The housing development program, implemented under the concept of a home of one's own, a beautiful life, is aimed at providing 1,000 houses and 1,000 land deeds.
Therefore, from a political perspective, our focus is not simply on handing over houses randomly, building roads here and there, or constructing a law somewhere. What we need is proper urban planning and residential planning. Previously, plots of lands were taken from somewhere, a few parcels were allocated here and there, and that was considered enough. People who received lands or houses were left to manage on their own. As a government, we are not operating as a political enterprise. We can see today that in many villages across the Trincomalee district, houses, land and other assistance were distributed purely for political purposes. For example, housing assistance of 500,000 rupees reached one family, and when elections came it was split or redistributed to gain votes. Why? Because if 500,000 was allocated, it could be given to one person, but they distributed it to secure more votes. As a result, only foundations were laid, leaving many villages incomplete. Now, instead of that narrow political approach, we are moving towards a systematic, scientifically planned urban development model. For each divisional secretariat division, as well as for the district as a whole, we are preparing comprehensive city plans. Accordingly, all future development will take place in line with these plans. During Sajid Premadasa's tenure, foundations were laid for houses, but the work largely remains incomplete at that stage. The reason was that the funds allocated at the time were insufficient to complete the houses. For example, if 100 houses were planned, about 1,000 foundations were laid. As a result, not a single house was fully completed. In the northern regions alone, about 5,800 houses had foundations laid. But the work was not carried through. This has become a major social issue. Across the country, foundations were laid for more than 60,000 houses, which now needs to be properly completed. We are currently compiling the records of the actual residents of these houses. Once this information is fully collected, we are ready to commence the construction of the most essential houses next year.